Geeks with beards, geeks with beards. Look who's here, geeks with beards. No need to fear, we're right here. We got beards, so listen clear. Geeks with beards, geeks with beards.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Geeks with Beards toy review. And as you can see on this table, we are Power Rangering this shit up today. These are Sean's personal Legacy Collection Megazords that we've got on here. Plus, he's got an original Tigerzord with some Thunder Megazord parts on it, as well as kind of a size comparison to the new stuff. So, on this episode, Sean's going to tell us about his collection and just how awesome these damn things are. Sean, go ahead.
They are pretty awesome. So these came out roughly about 10, 15 years ago. And I started with the Megazord because I had just a normal plastic one they sold at Walmart. It was like $20.
Yeah.
Just to pick one up. And then I seen that come out. I don't remember the price it was when it came out. I want to say around 100, 150, somewhere around there.
Okay.
But got it. I'm like, this is heavy duty.
I just picked it up earlier. It's got a decent amount of die cast. All of them do. Not enough to weaken the joints, which unfortunately sometimes that does happen, but it's just enough to give it that heft. And dude, it's awesome. Like there is some sticker detail on here, but there's also a lot of painted stuff, like tampograph stuff too. It's not all stickers. They just look amazing, man. I love the artwork, the paint work that's done on them and everything like that. Like the Megazord's got the white paint lines around the face and stuff like that probably the original didn't have. These are just great, man. These are great figures.
They are. And from what I understand, I should have most of them. I'm not sure if they did Titanus.
Oh, the Titanosaurus?
Yeah.
I'm not either. I didn't know if they did or not. I don't know.
I hope so, because I want to get that one day, because that's the only Zord I'm missing out of.
I remember the original one was huge.
Yeah. So I've got a tour of the Shuttle Zord. I couldn't fit him on this table.
Yeah, that's another good size one.
Yeah, I picked up the Megazord, then they released I believe the Dragonzord next, and then the Ninja, the Tigerzord, and then the Thunder Megazord. So I was like, any chance they came up for sale in Big Bag Toy Store, I'm like, pre-order.
I don't blame you, because things like this, I remember back when they were first coming out, they were hot. I mean, they're still popular now, I'm sure. But when they were first released, I remember they were pretty hot. Like, they were selling out pretty quick on some online stores and stuff like that. A lot of the Legacy stuff was because it was a better, I don't want to say better, but it was a higher quality.
It is.
You know, it wasn't, kids could get it, but I think it was more aimed toward older collectors of a little bit of older age, people of your age that grew up with Power Rangers as a kid, because of the die cast, because of the detail that's on them, and I'm sure the price point, was a little more than some parents would want to give for their kids to have. I like that they are more streamlined, because you can see in the original one, it's a little wide, a little bulky, nothing wrong with that, but that's how they were made. Excuse me, but the Legacy ones you see here, they were a little bit more streamlined, a little more, more narrow, or whatever, however you want to say it. And I like that. I like it a lot. And they are made, because Sean was fiddling with his Dragonzord before we started filming. They are made just like the old ones to be transformable and to connect to each other. Like the Dragonzord could come apart and be on the Megazord like in the show and like the old toy used to. I believe you said that the Tigerzord could combine with the Thunder Megazord like the old one did.
From my understanding, they could all combine in one shape, way, or some kind of way.
So they're just, higher quality of the original toys. They can basically do anything the old ones could do, probably more. And in a more stout, because again, with the die cast, it allows the joints to be a little bit stronger, because even on the Megazord, these knee joints, I think, are die cast. So they're going to be more stout. They'll be able to hold more weight, because if I remember right, some of the older ones, they would be a little wobbly sometimes when you combine them together because of the weight distribution. But, they look great. They really do. Now, you said that the Dragonzord didn't light up, so there was no electronics in these, right?
Correct. That's probably the biggest difference between the originals, is that these have no electronics.
Okay. Probably a price point thing, maybe, or just...
Probably, or maybe with the die cast, they didn't think it was necessary.
Maybe. Yeah, it really, I guess in a way it's not. I mean, it's part of the charm of the old Zord toys back in the day, especially the Dragonzord, because the chest would light up. The Tigerzord, as you can see in his mouth, there's a kind of a light up place in the mouth of the Tigerzord that would light up. And of course it has sounds, fight sounds and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not a deal breaker.
Not for me,
honestly.
because like as often as I would actually power it up, it's fine.
That's like with me with my old Transformers. I've got some that takes batteries, and I made sure before I put them in storage or put them up or whatever that I take the batteries out of them, because if I don't, they're going to leak and ruin the toy. You don't want that to happen.
No, you don't.
So in a way, no electronics is probably better than electronics. But yeah, like you can see here on this one, on the Thunder Megazord Sword, the original one, it's kind of a gray kind of plastic. This one is a little more, from what I can see here, is a little more of like a silvery.
We'll take a deep dive whenever.
Yeah, a little bit more of a silvery plastic. The regular Megazord sword is all chromed out. If I remember right, it's chrome blade. Awesome. Love a chrome blade. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
The regular Megazord sword is all chrome. I think the original was just gray plastic, but it might have been chrome. I don't remember.
It was gray plastic.
Was it just gray plastic?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and this is a little Green Ranger figure that Sean has. Kind of give you a little bit of a scale.
Yeah, those were the ones we sold at Walmart, like early 2010s.
Okay.
Like that time frame.
About 3¾ inch.
Yeah.
Like a 80s
I love
G.I.
those
Joe.
figures.
They're a nice figure. It looks really good. I like the Green Ranger. But as you like I said, the Dragonzord here is up front. The mouth opens and closes. It's already open right there, but you can see the face, if you were to open it all the way. The little hands and everything are well painted. No paint slop, as I say, anywhere that I can see. Most of this is all molded detail that's painted. There's a little bit of stickers on the side here, but most of it is all painted, molded detail. I think the feet here are die cast on the Dragonzord. The tail is articulated. These are great figures. I know they're about 10 or so year old figures, but if you can get your hands on them, pick them up. I don't know what they go for on the secondary market, but if you can find them, pick them up.
If you're a Power Ranger fan. Yeah.
If you don't already
this
own
era.
these, I assume if you're a Power Ranger fan, you might already have these, but if you don't, go out there and find them. I would say if you had to have one, I would say go Dragonzord first. At least have your Dragonzord and a regular Megazord. If you can't afford or if you don't want any of the other ones, definitely get you a Dragonzord, definitely get you a Megazord, because those are the OGs. Those are what started, was these two right here. Then, you could get into the other stuff. But I would definitely at least have these two in my collection if I'm going to have any Zords at all.
All right, let's take a closer look at them.
Yeah, we get a closer look on these boogers. Yeah, like I said, you can see here on the Dragonzord, we'll get Tommy out of the way here for a second. Like I said, you can see on the Dragonzord here, right here on the chest, with my finger getting in the way, on the old toy and on the show, this is where he would light up at, would be right in here. Of course, it doesn't have electronics, totally fine. But like I said, great paint detail on the hands, the knees right here, this is molded on with the paint. The feet are painted silver, but I think they're die cast. I think. There's a lot of good detail. Like this is all molded, details painted. He's got some symbols. Be very careful with this. Oh, he's hefty. He's got some symbols right here on the side of his head. Now the crest is plastic. It's a little wobbly plastic. Well, not wobbly, excuse me. Flexible plastic. Of course, that's just for safety. I don't want a kid to jab himself with die-cast metal. This part here is molded detail that's painted. Beautiful gold paint with the green on there. This is all molded detail here. The tail is segmented. Different ball joints in different areas. Now, again, when you would combine this with the Megazord, this would be the spear. So it is made to connect together to make it more rigid and straight like a spear is. But yeah, overall, it's just a great figure. It's very hefty, very hefty. On the bottom of the feet, of course, that's all molded detail with paint. None of this is sticker. Now that's plastic, but I think the other part of the foot is a die-cast metal. So yeah, these are great figures to own. Like I said, I don't know what they go on the secondary market right now, but if I personally was to get one, I would get a Dragonzord and a regular Megazord for sure. These are just great figures to own. And like I see, and then you got, just everything. They're solid. They're just all very, very solid figures to have. Like I said, the regular Megazord might have the most, maybe besides maybe the Thunder Megazord parts, might have the most stickers on it. Maybe But it doesn't deter from the look of the toy. The stickers are on there very well. Were they factory applied, or did you apply them?
Factory.
Okay. So, they were factory applied. And a lot of times factory applied stickers aren't the best looking thing in the world. Sometimes whoever puts them on, or the machine that puts them on, they're a little crooked sometimes, but these look really good. They're not peeling at any point, doesn't look like. So they're good, high quality material that they use. So sometimes the glue's not so good. Sometimes the sticker material is not so good. It'll start to peel off real bad, but these aren't. The paint on them is really, really high quality paint. I don't see any paint flaking or any kind of, as they say on cars, orange peel or anything like that. They look really good. Colors are still very vibrant. Sean took really good care of these figures. The colors haven't faded. They haven't yellowed. They're very vibrant color figures. And, that's a big thing with Power Rangers is the colors, the vibrant colors. And these toys have held their colors quite well, I have to say. So yeah, it's a great collection. Really appreciate Sean bringing them out for us to look at and talk about. Like I said, any Power Ranger fan out there, hopefully you guys have got your hands on at least one of these. At least one, hopefully. Whether it's an original one or whether it's one of these. In the comments below, let us know what your favorite Megazord was of any era of Power Rangers. It doesn't have to be the OG era. It can be any era. And what was your least favorite Megazord if you had one? My favorite, man, I tell you, I got to go with the OG Megazord over here. I think this is my favorite one right here. The Dragonzord would be my second favorite. I know a lot of people like Sean likes the Thunder Megazord. It does look cool. I agree. But I think I'm just going to have to go with the OG Megazord. It's just something about that one. Just those animals, man, just look really, really good. I like that. And the Tigerzord's good too. I'm not going to say I don't like the Tigerzord. Tigerzord's good too. Yeah, and like I said about the swords with the Thunder Megazord, the original one on the left, has just, it's just molded in gray plastic, which is fine. That's what they did back then, And then the Legacy one has got the chrome blade. The handle looks like it's wrapped in like a black gold kind of wrapping. The way they've done that design, that paint job on there with a great silver hilt and the jewel in the middle of it. So anytime you can get chrome on a toy, because I'm an OG Transformer collector, I love me some chrome on a toy. It just makes it pop 100 times more than just painted plastic does. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like Sean's collection. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Goodbye.
Geeks with beards. Geeks with beards. Look who's here. Geeks with beards. No need to fear. We're right here. We got beards. So listen clear. Geeks with beards. Geeks with beards.